Cap City, what's going on? Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, Cap City. It's your girl D, 8th House Energy, here to bring you your happy birthday spread. It's Capricorn season is finally here. I am a Capricorn moon, so I'm definitely here in celebration with you guys. I want to thank you guys for all your love and support and everything that you do from the channel, whether you like, subscribe, whether you let the credits run, whatever you do, whether you donate to the channel, whether you got a reading or you're gonna get a reading, whatever you do, thank you for just tuning in. Thank you. I love you guys, and you know I am on your team. Capricorn in the building. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get you guys your birthday spread, see what's going on. We're gonna look at some of the things that happened last year. Okay, because this is your solar return, so this is your birthday, all right? So we're going to look at things that happened last year. We're going to look at what you need to let go of. We're also going to look at the gifts that the universe is going to bring to you, all right? We're going to look at what you need to embrace, and we're also going to look at next year and what represents next year, all right? So I just want to let you guys know this is a general read. If you want something very specific and catered to your energy, feel free to reach out. My information is in the box below. Okay. What else do I want to tell you before we get going? Oh, if it doesn't resonate, you may also want to check out your moon signs as well. But this is for Capricorn ascending, Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon. Okay. This could be Venus in Capricorn as well. Any place that you have Capricorn, like whatever area in your chart you have Capricorn, it's your solar return. Okay. So you definitely want to check out this video no matter where you have Capricorn at, just to look at how it's going to affect you in that area of your life. Okay. And if you want to take a look down below, the box below is going to be a link that'll take you to the horoscope.co site. You type in your birth date and it'll pull up all the stuff about you being born on the day you were born. But if you scroll down to the very bottom, you're going to see all your placements. Okay. So you want to look at Saturn, because Saturn, Capricorn rules. Well, Saturn rules Capricorn, so it may affect you in that house as well, okay? But also look and see where you have Capricorn, specifically in your chart, okay? And that's the house that it's going to affect. So, another thing I want to tell you about Capricorn in the 10th house, because that is where you reside, Cap City, okay? You know I love to call you Cap City, right? So, I don't think I've ever told you guys why I call you Cap City. I call you Cap City because if you study astrology a little bit, I'm studying astrology. I'm going to start doing more videos on it for you, for those who are interested in learning more about astrology. But if you look at the planet of Saturn, Saturn is a planet that has its own orbit, its own galaxy all to itself. It has so many different moons. There are a lot of moons. So it's like, you know how we talk about, sometimes you hear the saying with the planet of Brooklyn. Right? Brooklyn is so huge and has everything in it. You know, Brooklyn, USA and New York. It's so huge that, people call it's dubbed the planet of Brooklyn because it can vibrate and survive on its own. Well, Saturn is the same way. It has, I don't know how many moons within its own solar system that it could survive totally without all the other planets that are in our solar system. So that's why I call you guys Cap City, because you're like a city of another. You're all unto yourself. You don't need anybody, and that represents in your energy as well. You don't need anybody to do nothing for you. You're able to go out here and get what you need to get, do what you got to do, and survive with little to no help. Now, we all need help from time to time, but what I'm saying is you're very self-sufficient and very self-reliant, just like the planet of Saturn, okay? So that's why I call you Cap City, because you're a city all in your own. Now, Cap City, wonderful news. Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion and growth, okay, has moved into the 10th house where you reside. So that moved in on December 3rd. So that is a major player and a major positive thing, okay? Because growth and expansion, all right, in the 10th house where we're talking about your career, your ambitions, your aspirations, what you're going to be doing in reference to how you make money, how people see you, your reputation, all of that is going to be influenced positively by Jupiter. Now, some people will say, well, Saturn is already there. Saturn is all about restrictions and reality. Well, we deal with that all the time. Saturn is always in the 10th house. So we already been dealing with that. So now what's going on is since December 3rd, an influx of positive expansion and growth and all the beautiful things that the planet of Jupiter brings is coming in. So Jupiter is about personal expansion of your realm and your horizons. It brings good fortune, good luck. It's the house of optimism, confidence, and like pride. Okay, so we are going to be experiencing some major changes if you haven't already started experiencing it. A lot of people are venturing out, doing their own thing as far as their entrepreneurial ventures. A lot of people are moving. A lot of people are relocating. A lot of people are getting promotions. A lot of people are coming into financial inheritance, financial wealth. So Jupiter brings all these beautiful things. So we got to talk about this, okay? So let's get these cards out for you. I know I've been running my mouth, but I love you guys, so I gotta let you know what's up, and I gotta let you know the positive things that are coming. So if you've been going through some things, going in a rut, a financial rut, maybe a job rut, listen, things are about to get better, and I'm sure you're starting to sense the tides turning anyways, especially since December 3rd. So the first card is going to represent the past, okay, what happened last year. Second card is going to represent what you need to let go of, all right, in order for you to be prosperous and move on, all right, for 2020. The third card is going to represent a gift that the universe is going to give to you. So not only is the universe giving you Jupiter in the 10th house, saying, Capricorn, I got you, okay? We're not talking about the rest of the other signs and the other houses. We're talking about the 10th house, where the planet of expansion and optimism and financial abundance has decided to come and chill. And it's going to be there for a minute, because it's going to be there through the first half of 2020, because it goes retrograde in Capricorn in May. So we got from December, at least up until around May 14th when it goes into retrograde, to make beautiful things happen, all right, with Capricorn. Now, the fourth card represents what you need to embrace, or what you may embrace moving forward. And then the last card is going to represent, things about next year, what's going on next year. So I'm so excited to bring this reading to you. So let's begin. Now, I don't know what this is about, but this is the overall energy. This is the World card in reverse. Now, let's talk about this, because the World card is Saturn energy, which rules your planet, which rules your house, which is the 10th house, and it rules your sign, which is Capricorn. So look at this as the landlord. Saturn is the landlord. Your house is the 10th house. That's where you live. You are Capricorn, okay? So just look at that in relation to all the houses. The planets are the landlords, all right? So Saturn is your landlord. So this is how when you have the World card here, this talks about a cycle being completed because you've learned a lesson. Saturn is about lessons, okay? So nobody else knows that better than Capricorn, okay? A sun, moon, or ascendant, okay? Or whatever area you have Capricorn in. You're dealing with a lot of lessons in that area. You're dealing with a lot of reality in that area, okay? So when the World card comes up in reverse, excuse me, the World card represents unfinished business. Okay, lessons that have not been learned yet, travel delays, or some problems. Okay, so when I see this is telling me maybe there were some lessons that weren't learned. Okay, so we're going to clarify and find out what's going on, why we have that overall energy. So the first card here represents last year, the moon, Piscean energy. Now, for those of you who don't know let me tell you this about the moon, okay, with the Piscean energy. This is also, to me, Cancerian, okay? So a lot of people may have been having some things going on. Cancer rules the 4th house, okay? We'll talk about Pisces in a sec, but Cancer rules the 4th house, okay? So the 4th house is about your domestic affairs, what goes on within your home, okay, your family environment. So some of you had a lot of things going on with your home environment that you just couldn't understand. It didn't make sense to you why things were going the way they were going with some of the relationships you had with some of your family members. There were some things that you didn't know as to why you were going through some of the tumultuous relationships that you were going through with some of your family members, okay? Could also represent some unknown about yourself, because, we say the 4th house is all about your domestic affairs, your family, but it's also about the emotional self as well, because Cancer rules the 4th house, and it's about emotions. The moon is about emotions and feelings and how you deal with that. So you were going through a lot within. If you weren't dealing with a lot of family issues at that time, whether it was where you lived or who you were living with, maybe some of you were staying with family members, or you were just having some issues within your family life, okay? Things that you couldn't figure out. You just couldn't put a finger on. You couldn't understand it. Some of you were going through things within yourself, okay? Because again, your house is your personal house is yourself. So there were some things you just couldn't figure out, some things that were not clear to you, some things that were hidden, okay, that weren't known. Now let's talk about Pisces. Pisces rules the 12th house, okay? So for some of you, there were some hidden things going on in Pisces. Wherever Pisces is in your chart, okay? So that area of the house. Now when we talk about Neptune, okay, because Neptune rules Pisces. Neptune's about illusions, okay? It's also about your spiritual vision, your creative imagination, and your psychic abilities to lead you beyond like the material life. You know what I mean? So it's all about glamour and illusion and telling you that some of that stuff is very negative, okay? And it's about your highest idealism. So some of you tapped into your intuitive abilities, your psychic abilities, your spiritual abilities that you didn't know you had. So you were starting to experience things in reference to your spiritual vision and your creative vision as well, because Neptune deals with creativity. So a lot of you were tapping into your creative talents, your spiritual intuitive talents, okay? Things that you didn't know were there. So this is what was going on with you all throughout this year, okay? All throughout your last year for your solar return up until now. We're going to clarify that. Now, as far as what you need to let go of this year, the universe is saying this is the star card. This is Aquarius energy. So when I see this card and it's telling me what you need to let go of, first of all, let's talk about the star card here. What the star card represents is renewal, hope. A lot of you are healing, okay? But you want to let go of, the faith that you might have had in some things that you were believing in that didn't lead you where you needed to believe, okay? This is telling me that you need to believe in yourself because you realize that you have abilities that were hidden that you didn't know of until certain circumstances occurred and put you in a position where you were able to tap into them and understand that you had certain abilities, creativities that came to light. I don't know why I gotta keep clearing my throat. I don't have no incense burning. But with the star card here, this represents the fact that what you need to let go of, okay? So maybe you need to let go of situations where I know that with the star card, it can represent illness, arrogance in reverse, okay? It can represent depression. It can represent drug abuse, drug use, So the universe is telling you that this is some of the stuff you need to let go of, okay? Faith, renewal in things that are not helping you. So you may have faith in some situations or some circumstances that were not helping you, okay? So this could very well represent that you realize that you needed to have faith in yourself when we're talking about what represented last year and you being exposed to your hidden spiritual abilities or your creative abilities. So the universe is saying now let go of all that bullshit that you were told in reference to you not being able to do what it is that you needed to do, not being able to handle what it is that you thought you couldn't handle. All right. So this is having faith. All right. So let go of all the nonsense that wasn't helping you. All right. Because Saturn also co-rules Aquarius. And the other piece of it is not only Saturn, but Uranus. So this is your inner individuality and your uniqueness, your intuitive and your creativeness, okay? And we talked about that with Neptune as well with this card here. Okay, so have faith in your abilities. Don't discredit yourself because this is something that you might have just discovered and you're just tapping into. Have faith in it. It can take you places, okay? So we definitely want to take that into consideration. And the scar card could also be people, maybe you idolizing things or looking at things in a manner that are just not healthy for you, okay? Now let's take a look at a gift that you're going to receive from the universe. Now this is the Ten of Wands. I'm sorry, the Ten of Swords. Now you're like, how the hell can this be a gift? So let's take a look at the Ten of Swords for a minute here. So this is Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter did just move into your house December 3rd. So what the universe is saying, a gift that you're going to receive is you're going to find out who's on your team and who's not. You're going to find out who you're going to be taking into 2020 and who you're not going to be taking into 2020. Whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's an occupation, a career, anything that you felt wasn't good for you. Okay, because this could also represent you trying and struggling, trying to make something work, and it's just not working. Maybe because you're just not accepting, because you're in your head with this. Remember, swords are about being in your head. okay, with the Ten of Swords here. And this could represent the fact that, you're letting go of stress. You had too many burdens. Okay, stress, burdens, aggravation, you're letting all that go. The universe is saying, you've reached your limit, you've suffered enough, I'm going to take care of you. And that's why Jupiter is in Capricorn. All right, so that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gift. All your problems and aggravations that you were dealing with, during your last solar return are going to be gone. Now, let's take a look at what the universe wants you to embrace. The Chariot card. Okay, this is Cancerian energy. Okay, again, Cancerian energy is about the house. Okay, it's in the 4th house, your domestic affairs, your family, your ancestors, your history, your roots. Okay, your internal house, your soul. So this is the universe saying that some of you are going to be relocating. Some of you are moving. Okay, so embrace your move. Embrace the move that you made physically. Some of you physically are moving and relocating. Some of you are going out of the country. Okay, some of you are moving to another state. Some of you are just moving to another city. Some of you are just moving across town, okay, or around the corner. But a lot of you have a lot of movement, a positive forward movement coming, and you want to embrace that. So that means there's coming change, positive change. And when we talk about Cancer and we talk about the 4th house, not only are we talking about physical residences, but we're talking about internal, your home, yourself, your internal home. All right, and there's changes going on. We know this. All these cards represent changes going on internally. Okay, things that you weren't able to see before, you healing, you letting go, and the universe taking all the things that you've been dealing with away from you. So there's a lot of internal change going on, and the universe wants you to embrace that, embrace the change. Okay, it's a beautiful thing for you. Now the outcome here is what represents next year. All right, look at this dude. Look at his face. This is the King of Swords. Does he look like he's taking some shit in 2020? I don't think so. Does he look like he's going to be dealing with a bunch of bullshit? Look at his face. Does he look like he's playing in 2020? Okay, Cap City, that's what I'm talking about. Nobody's playing games in 2020. Anything that does not serve you, chop, chop. Anything that doesn't make sense, chop, chop. Anything that gets in the way of your spiritual and creative abilities, chop. Anything that does not allow you to heal from what was going on and brings you unnecessary drama and stress, chop. Anybody who's betrayed you and left you high and dry, chop. Okay, we're ready to move forward. Anything that's not showing progression and moving forward, chop. Okay, thank you. Now, let's take a look and clarify and get a little bit more of what's going on here. And then we're going to get you some advice. Cap City, things are going to be beautiful. All right, this is a beautiful time for you. If you're not feeling it yet, it's coming. Okay, it's coming. If you are already feeling it, then you already know. You've already seen some positive changes going on in your life for the better. You've already seen it. You've already started experiencing, and you feel it with your solar return. Okay, you feel there's more to come, and there is, because Jupiter, like I said, is going to be in Cap City for at least until May, and it's going to go retrograde, and then it's going to go direct again, and it's still going to be in Capricorn. All right, so we at least got the full first 6 months of the year to do what we need to do, Cap City, okay, to make things happen. The universe is saying, I'm giving you the ammunition. All you got to do is make it happen. So as far as these secrets are concerned, we have this 9 of Swords reverse and Temperance in reverse. Yeah, there were a lot of things hidden from you. Okay, maybe hidden about yourself. You didn't know about yourself. You learned a lot about yourself. All right, and you got some clarity about it, and you realized that your life wasn't balanced in the manner in which you wanted it to be. All right. We got the 3 of Cups here and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So perhaps you were doing too much partying, too much smoking, drinking, hanging out, things like that. And it was clouding your vision, so you weren't really putting plans in place the way you wanted to, the way Cap City does. Okay, because you are known for being a planner, being organized, being structured. Okay, so maybe some of you, for whatever reason, you were getting caught up and you weren't doing that. You weren't planning, you weren't strategizing. Some of you have a child or children that you're taking care of as well. So, maybe that's what was really causing the problems, and you weren't maybe accepting it. The fact that you might have been partying too much, and not planning and strategizing in the manner in which you should. But you got off of that, okay? You got off of that. You let that go, and you realized that you weren't in control like you needed to be. Okay, so with the 10 of Wands in reverse, you let that go, and you realize, okay, there's not a lot of balance and control that's going on here. Okay, so That's what we got here for the, that represented what happened last year. Okay, so some of you had some things going on that got cleared up, but we'll talk about, now we're talking about what you need to let go of for this coming solar return. And that's the star card here. So we were talking about, the fact that some of you were depressed, unhappy, not in a good space mentally, okay? And anything that's keeping you from healing is what you want to get rid of. So we have Judgment here, and we have the 9 of Wands. So for some of you, you had to let go of relationships, and you had to be happy single with yourself. So that in some of you, you're getting your finances up, you're able to do the things that you want to do, and because you made the right decision, okay? You made the right decision. And then we have the 3 of Swords in reverse, and we have the 6 of Swords in reverse. So this is 9 of Swords in reverse. Clarity on things. You got over this broken heart, and you you were stuck for a little while. Some of you were stuck. All right, which is why we had to focus on the healing here. And this is why the universe said you needed to let go of a situation. So there was a situation that your heart was broken, and you were stuck on this for a while. Okay, because the 6 of Swords in reverse means you're going back. So some of you might have went back and forth to this person a couple times, maybe 2 or 3 times, might have been a little bit more, okay? But then we have the King of Cups here, and we have the Justice card in reverse. So no matter how you tried to show this person or situation or place love, and how you tried to come from a place of love and support, and being positive and using your intuition and showing empathy, you were still treated unfairly in this situation, okay? So this is why the universe is saying, this is what you need to let go of, and so that you can heal, okay? You can heal your spirit. Ooh, I could attest to that. Now, let's take a look at what the gift is, because this is really exciting. The gift that you're going to receive from the universe is the 10 of Swords, meaning that all the betrayal, all the suffering, all the aggravation you were going through in reference to the person, places, or things bringing that shit in your life, you're at a number 10. So 10 is about completions. So that shit's a wrap. All right, so we got the 5 of Cups reverse. We got the 10 of Cups. We got the High Priestess reverse. We got the 8 of Pentacles reversed. The Knight of Cups reversed. And we got the 5 of Pentacles. Excuse me. So 5 of Cups reversed, 9 of Cups. So this is you here with the 5 of Cups reversed. This is you here looking at things. You were in a depressive state, because we know we had the Star card here. All right. So at one point, you guys were in a pretty low state. Okay. Now with the 5 of Cups here, this is you moving on, forgiving. So you let go of, all right, you did me dirty. All right, cool. I'm going to let that go because I know I can't harbor that animosity. I thought you were, who I wanted. I thought you were the one, but I realized you weren't, and I let that go. I accepted the fact that you were not the one. All right, and then we have the High Priestess in reverse, and we have the 8 of Pentacles. So you realized that this person wasn't the one because you got downloads from your High Priestess. You tapped into your spiritual energy. Many of you started tapping into your spiritual energy more within this last solar return than ever before in your life. Okay, and now that you know that you have that potential and that power, you starting using it. You starting to use it. All right, and this is representing you getting downloads, okay, in reference to that energy and being safe with that energy and trusting that energy and realizing that the shit you were into just wasn't working, okay? It just wasn't working. And then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, and we have the 5 of Pentacles. It's like, okay, you know what? This is not a love situation. I'm not with the back and forth anymore because, Knights are fickle energy. They come in, they go out, they're mutable. Okay, so one minute you feel this way about this person and the next minute you don't, but you decided to let that go. Okay, with the 5 of Cups, forgive me. I'm so amped. 5, I can't even talk. With the 5 of Pentacles, you decided to let that go. You were back and forth in your head with this person for a long time. All right, for a while with this person, trying to make it work. And you accepted the fact that, you know what, I'm done. All right, and the universe is saying, yes, be done. I got good things coming for you. Let that shit go. Jupiter is in the house, okay? Now let's talk about what you need to embrace. Moving forward, moving on, moving, relocating, okay? Everything is moving forward. So you've healed. Your head and your heart are aligned now. So let's see what's popping. We got the Ace of Wands reverse, Taurus reverse. I said Taurus reverse. The Tower reverse. 6 of Pentacles reversed, the 2 of Pentacles reversed, Hierophant, and the 7 of Wands. So, with the Ace of Wands reversed and the Tower reversed, Okay, a lot of you realize that this person may have rejected you in some way, shape, or form, or you are rejecting something, and that is once the rejection occurred, it caused a tower moment. Okay, you dealt with that. For some of you, you were rejected by this person. Some of you were dealing with someone who was dealing with other people. Okay, and no matter what you did and how you tried to make it work out, this person wasn't going to be anything more than sex. Okay, so in the end, this person may have chose other people over you, and that was a major blow for you. Okay, so you dealt with it emotionally, and you finally got your ass back on track, and you're ready to move forward because you forgave this person. You let it go. All right, with the Five of Cups in reverse. Now, with the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Pentacles in reverse, this is representing somebody cheating. Like I said, a lot of you were dealing with someone who couldn't decide what the hell they wanted and who the hell they wanted. And in the meantime, they weren't being fair to you. Okay? This shit wasn't fair to you at all. We already know that. We went over those cards. Now, we got the Hierophant here, and we got the Seven of Wands. So this is somebody who... this is telling me that this person had a lot of decisions to make, and they weren't really sure what they wanted to do. You know, they may have wanted something traditional, or this is you fighting for something traditional. You know, going against the, trying to fight for this relationship. Because I know you did. You tried to fight for this relationship because you wanted something traditional. And so you decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to let go of this because I know that this is not what I want and it's not going to be traditional. I'm okay with that, and I'm moving forward. Now, Mr. Mean here. Mr. I'm not fucking with him. I don't care what you say. Energy. This is the outcome. This is what represents next year. You're not playing. You're not playing with nobody. All right? And nobody better play with you. All right? We got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Magician in reverse, the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Hangman, and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Let's talk about all these cards in reverse. Okay? These are two major arcana. Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Magician in reverse. Now, it looks like prior to you cutting all this bullshit out, you were having a lot of you didn't have good fortune. You know, financially, you're having issues. In your love life, you were having issues. In your family life, you were having issues. In your social life, you were having issues. You couldn't manifest the things that you wanted because you had a bunch of negative energy in your path. Okay? Now, with the with the Seven of Cups in reverse here and the Ace of, this is clearly you getting clarity. Okay, you getting clarity on the situation, you coming out of your head about things, being disillusioned. All right, people might have been playing, and they may not have been straight up and honest with you, but you realize that you needed to get clarity on the situation. This could have been you in your head not being honest with yourself. Okay, not being clear with yourself, seeing things going around, going through situations over and over again with people, places, and things, and not really looking at it for, okay, well, what was my part in the situation? What could I have done differently? Okay, and that's major. Okay, that's major. Now, we have the Hangman here and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this is you getting reality on the situation, you getting clarity on the situation, okay, realizing that you were in your head about things and that, what you were investing in, it just wasn't any growth in it, okay, it just didn't make sense, all right, and so that's why we have the overall energy here with the World card in reverse. Things were not going anywhere. They were not moving. And you had to chop it off with the King of Swords energy. So yeah, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Some of you were being a little bit greedy, overindulgent, as far as some people, hanging out, partying, things like that. This, like I said, for some of you, this might have been a strong sexual connection here, and you or that person was just indulging sexually, because this could represent greed, okay? And this also represents the fact that this was something that you thought, was going to be what you wanted, but it wasn't. Some of you still haven't learned this lesson. Some of you still are probably dealing with this person, place, or thing that might have been causing you strife. But from what I'm seeing with these cards, you're going to cut this off between now and the end of the year. So if you haven't already done it, don't trip. You're going to, because it's already in your head and you're already focused on doing it. Just be good to yourself, be gentle to yourself, and know that you got to do that and stick with it. Because again, you deserve more than sex. For some of you, you're rejecting this person, or this person is rejecting you. And you don't even know that that's a beautiful thing, because Jupiter is in your sign. Anything that happens right now where you feel like you're losing, it's taken away from you, trust and believe Jupiter is here to take that away from you, because it's not for you. Something better is coming. All right, look at this. This is the Knight of Wands in reverse. All right, and the Ace of Wands in reverse. So yeah, the sex types of things, just the sex and all of that type of stuff, you're cutting that out. Okay, and this is also representing you taking your time, not rushing into things with people that you meet, new people. Take your time, get to know people. Don't jump into bed. That way you'll keep things balanced with the six of Pentacles here. Okay, let me get you some advice because I only have 3 minutes, and I wanted to also share something with you with your solar return. Let's see what we got for you. What advice does Spirit have for Cap City for their solar return? All right, that popped right out. It says woman holding a heart, number 44. You do not break down 44. It's a master number. Any double digit is a master number. You don't break it down. Google Angel 44 and see if that resonates with you and what's going on in your life. And let's see what 44 has to say. So, woman holding a heart. All right, so it says a woman on this card wears a butterfly in her hair and holds a lovely large heart in her hands. For a woman, this card upright could be a reflection of your own state of peaceful emotion and receptivity for love, or it may be a message that your family issues are going to resolve. You're an intuitive woman who understands the emotions of life, and you're bringing that awareness to all that you do. This card upright could also indicate the presence of a female friend, teacher, or confidant who's here to help with issues of love, family, and emotion. This is an even-tempered and caring person who resonates with you and your emotions. This could also be portioned to new love, a new love interest, or a friend coming your way. So that's beautiful. So that means you got a friend or a family member coming your way to be kind to you and to walk with you through this amazing journey that you're going through with your solar return. Also, I wanted to introduce you guys to something here. I know you would appreciate this because you are the boss of the zodiac. You're about making your money, whether it's behind the scenes or in front. This is called what is this called? Ancestor money. You can get this on Amazon.com. All right. So we got the new moon in Capricorn coming up on December 26th. Get you some ancestor money. Go on Amazon.com. Get you some ancestor money. And so from from now, the spring, the winter equinox, which represents Capricorn, okay, and your solar return, okay, and then the full moon in your sign on December 26th. There's a lot of positive energies going on. Plus Jupiter's in your house. Get you some money and write your ancestor's name on it, okay, and go out and burn it. Do a ritual, okay? Thank your ancestors for everything they've done. Thank them for looking out for you. Take one and write each person's name on it and just give it to your ancestors. Give it to your spirit guides as well, ancestors more so, and just let them know you love them and support them and you appreciate everything they've done for you, all right? And give them a little something and they may bless you, Capricorn. I've done it and I've been blessed a little bit already, all right? So I'm just going to share with you what I've done thus far. Get you some ancestor money off of Amazon, and you can do it anytime between now up until the full moon. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful birthday. You know I love you, and I'll see you in 2020. Deuces, Cap City.